But listen, I want y'all to see something.
Listen.
Listen to this.
I just wanted to tell you the good news. What? And I'm coming to see you.
You're engaged. Your ass was already engaged.
You hear Tracy?
She's always in trouble. What did she do today, guys? Think of something.
Listen.
What
doesn't listen.
What did she do? Because she's the youngest. Everyone's picking on her.
Yeah.
But we have to. Are we picking on you?
No.
I'm sorry, Tamar. I'm sorry.
I'm on the top world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation.
Guess we can't explain away all he wants to, but he is a coochie snitch. And I'm not here for it at all.
I'm just a bit disappointed. When everybody else got married, I helped everybody, right? Mm-hmm. None of my sisters have shown up for me. Help me.
At least Tony verbally told me on the phone that she wasn't going to make the bachelorette trip. But Tamar made a decision not to be at my bachelorette party. Actually, Tamar has said to my mother and to everyone else that she wasn't even coming to my wedding. She said it. I'm not going to her wedding. It's too close to my birthday. I'm just shocked about that.
I've been in your life for a long time. I think that your sisters are so used to you doing everything. They don't know how to do it because you've always been the one to do it for everybody. You need to talk about it with your sisters, okay? You are getting married in less than 30 days.
The podcast episode never aired. A full flight was paid for, cameras were ready, a celebrity platform was locked in, and then everything vanished without explanation. No trailer, no clips, no announcement, just silence. And the person at the center of it all decided she was done being quiet. Ashley didn't come to the United States for fun. Tamar Braxton paid for the entire trip. The purpose was clear. Ashley would sit down, face to face with family, and finally speak for herself in a space that reached millions. She arrived thankful. She thanked Tamar publicly. She thanked the family for even opening the door. No anger, no chaos, just someone hopeful that this time her voice would stay in the room. But the episode never saw the light of day. And once people realized that, the questions started getting loud. Word spread fast that Ashley's father sent out legal paperwork right after the interview. A cease and desist. Production stopped. The episode was pulled. The story was buried once again. To many watching from the outside, it felt like a replay of something that had already been happening for years. Every time Ashley got close to being heard on a bigger level, something stepped in and shut the door. And the timing of it all felt too clean to be a coincidence. What made this situation heavier is that this was never some new accusation that appeared overnight. Ashley has been telling this story for years, long before social media exploded it, long before podcasts and viral clips. It started after her sister passed away. That loss pushed her into finally speaking about what she says happened inside her home when she was young. And since then, she has never changed her story. Same details, same pain, same message. Which is why many people found it strange when Toni Braxton recently acted caught off guard, as if this was all brand new information. To some viewers, that reaction didn't feel confused. It felt calculated. Ashley says what she lived through wasn't just strict parenting or discipline taken the wrong way. She describes a home filled with fear, a stepmother who mistreated her in more ways than one, moments that left her feeling humiliated, moments that left her hurt. She says she told her father what was happening. She says she begged for help, but nothing changed. At night, she says she would hear fighting in the next room, physical fights, screaming, chaos. And as a child, that left her trapped in a choice no kid should ever have to make. Stay silent and survive quietly, or speak up and risk making everything worse. She also talks about how the outside world saw something completely different. To neighbors, to schools, to anyone looking from the outside, it looked like a normal, successful household. Her father worked in healthcare. Her stepmother played the role of a perfect parent in public. When Ashley tried to speak to school counselors, she says the image of the family made it almost impossible to be believed. And when a child feels like their truth cannot compete with an adult's reputation, silence starts to feel safer than honesty. Some family members did try to step in. A few aunts, a grandmother. At times they came to the house and confronted what they believed was happening. But Ashley says every time that happened, her father shut it down. He made it clear that this was his house and no one else had a say. That was the moment Ashley says she realized it was just her and her sister against the situation. Even then, she didn't fully understand that her father was part of the problem. For a long time, she only blamed the stepmother. As she grew older, the emotional weight followed her. Being told as a child that you are the reason your own mother left does something to the mind. Carrying that into adulthood without help shapes how a person sees themselves, how they trust, how they love, and how they protect their own peace. Ashley was also the oldest. She says there were moments where her younger siblings hid under her bed while chaos filled the house. She became a shield without ever being taught how to survive what she was shielding them from. Fast forward to now, and that same child is finally speaking without fear. In her recent videos, Ashley makes it clear that this is not about attention. It's about survival. She says staying quiet was destroying her from the inside. Speaking out feels like breathing again. She talks about how telling her story feels messy at first, like peeling back layers piece by piece. Sometimes the story comes out scattered. Sometimes the emotions take over. But each time she speaks, it gets easier. Each time she speaks, the weight gets lighter. One of the strongest messages she pushes is directed at mothers and aunts. She says, when a child comes to you and says something is wrong, that moment matters. That response can change a life. Believing a child does not mean destroying a family. It means protecting the person with the least power in the room. Ashley says she never felt safe in her own home, and she never wants another child to carry that same fear in silence. What complicates everything is the family response. Despite multiple people over the years hinting at problems, the family still appears to protect Ashley's father. That protection has fueled public anger. Many viewers now believe the family cares more about their name than the pain behind the story. And that belief only grew after the podcast episode was erased. No statement, no explanation, just legal pressure and disappearance. Tony's public comments only added fuel. Her reaction suggested shock, confusion, doubt. But fans were quick to point out that Ashley has been public about this for years. If the story has been circulating for that long, how could anyone truly be unaware? That gap between what Ashley has been saying for years and how the family now claims to be learning about it is what many people find hard to understand. Through all of this, Ashley continues to center her message on healing instead of revenge. She says this was never meant to destroy anyone. It was meant to free herself. She talks about preparing her mind and body for the future. For motherhood. For a life where her kids do not grow up carrying what she carried. She says she has forgiven those involved, not because they earned it, but because she refuses to let the past live inside her any longer. She also addresses the public directly. She says people will judge you when you speak. Some will support you. Some will turn against you. Some will say you are lying just because your story makes them uncomfortable. But your truth still belongs to you. She reminds viewers that sometimes the support you need will not come from family. And that reality hurts, but it does not cancel your right to speak. What makes Ashley's story hit so deeply is that it reflects something many families avoid talking about. Generational silence. Sweeping pain under the rug. Protecting adults at the cost of children. Smiling for the outside world while chaos lives behind closed doors. Ashley chose to make her process public so others could see how hard it really is. So they could see the backlash, so they could see the doubt, and still see that survival is possible. And now the family sits in a corner they cannot easily escape. The public is watching, the questions are not slowing down, and the silence around that missing podcast episode feels louder by the day. Was something said in that room that made people nervous? Did someone realize the story was stronger than expected? Or was it simply another attempt to push her voice back into the shadows? No matter what the answer is, Ashley has already crossed the line that cannot be uncrossed. Her story is out. Her message is clear. She spoke as a child who wasn't protected. She speaks now as an adult who refuses to stay quiet. And whether her family is ready to face that reality or not, the world is already listening. Ashley's story is not easy to hear, and it's not easy to live through. But the fact that she chose to speak anyway says everything about her strength. This isn't just about one family or one moment. It's about what happens when silence lasts longer than it should, and what it costs when the truth is delayed for years. Some people will believe her, others won't. That part is out of her control now. What is clear is that once a story like this is told out loud, it never truly goes away again. If this video made you think about your own family, your own past, or someone you know who might be struggling in silence, share it with them. A single conversation can change more than you realize. And if you've ever felt unheard, remember this: your voice still matters, even when the room is loud. If you want more deep stories like this, real conversations that don't look away from hard truths, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what we cover next. And let me know in the comments, do you think this truth will ever be fully addressed?